Yep, hi all. So it is the 5th of August 2020. So a few people have asked me just to redo the video I've got on YouTube just regarding the welding aspect, which now includes this section here which I didn't have on the first video. So head inside the car, I've got a light on so hopefully you can see. But basically, I mean, what I would consider, a neat bunch of neat panels, so they're not bad panels in any manner. Also, I don't want to put down the car too much, because it's my own car, I want to sell it, etc. But you can see here, it's got a panel here, and then it's got a nice little plate here as well. You can just about see it on there, and then a little sort of section here, and then the previous, this was done in Sweden at some point, obviously years and years ago. The previous person in the UK also puts the heater channel base plates on both sides, so they loosened off all the body bolts, bonnet, the bolts underneath the here, for example, and underneath the bonnet, under the steering rack, sorry, the steering box, and then lifted the body shell off, a few inches in order to weld on the panel underneath here. Then stainless steel bolts and washers like this to put it backwards again. And that side there is basically the same. So you've got the plate here, just there, and the same plate there. So basically it's just a mirror image, nothing on the floor pans on here. So that's what's been done there. Say the running boards bolt on perfectly. I'm probably actually going to see if I can find a new pair of running boards, because this running board here, so I've taken off all of the bolt holes are spot on, etc. But so you can see there's a big old sort of push down sort of dent in that running board, so you can stand on it. But it's just not right. So I'm actually now, the car's here for a few more weeks. Potentially, I'm going to do that. The next section is up here. So the person must have tried to remove this wing, and found that they probably sheared off the bolts underneath there. So what they've done is, rather than maybe cutting, getting a little plate and welding a nut to the back of it and then sort of cutting out, they've decided to, what I would consider to be quite neatly, cut out the line here, go around, and then they put a strip in. So what looks like they put a strip in about this size here, and it's got captive nuts on. Now you can only see one captive nut. You can see one captive nut when you pull back the cover here, and that to me looks like a genuine captive nut. So it appears that they might have got to the panel, or maybe cut the panel off another Volkswagen and put it on. Also, I can't tell about the captive nuts underneath here, because of course they're on the inside, covered in material or metal. So yeah, just let you know. But you can see here where they sort of, again, I would consider it neat. Put a nice panel in here, around there. And obviously they've then had to sort of grind it down here. So yeah. So again, it's not perfect around here. It's not perfect. But I mean, I've never taken the spring off actually, but at least I can see that it's got nice new nuts and bolts in underneath there, which is cool. So yeah, that's that section there, and I don't believe anything done on the other side. And final bit is they've done some work here. Now obviously I could of course fill this, make it nice and all that sort of stuff, but I've just left it exactly as it comes. So you can clearly see it's had some work done here around the bumper mount section, and they've welded it and then they've just sprayed over it. So I'm just leaving it, because I like the way the car looks, and obviously if you end up bodyworking that and painting that, possibly that rear valance end might not match the rest of the car, because if this paint is, I don't know how old it is, 10, 15 years old, longer, who knows how old the paint is, but then it might not match the rest of it. So I'd rather just leave it. It's all good. The car's kept dry. So that's that down there. You can see some sort of fading and stuff on here. I mean, there's lots of videos I've got on it. I mean, for me, I think the car is absolutely beautiful. And yes, it's not perfect. The paint's sort of flat in certain areas, shiny in other certain areas. You've got marks on here, some marks here, etc. But it's an oval. It's got original paint inside. It looks good on the outside. People look at this and think, oh, and they think, my God, that looks bloody epic. So I know it's not a mint car, but obviously if this was a mint car, you know, it would be worth, well, if it's top mint, you know, it could be worth like 20, 25 grand if it was really nice, quite easily. You know, but this is a solid car, good to go. It's the original bits and pieces here, original there. Cane seat, we all know that. But all original in there, you know. It might look a bit crappy there, you know, but it's original. You know, original wool material from 1957. You know, and so it's very, very, well, it's pretty sort of delicate, you know, around these sort of sections. So that's why I haven't really bothered getting there and cleaning it. But you know, you can probably sort of clean off some of that. To be fair, I expect. But I like the way it looks, so I'm all good with it. There's a swamp cooler. But yeah, I think I might say look at that running board and see if I can get a new pair of running boards, because I think that would look a sort of nice easy thing there. And there we are. So that's just a quick video just showing the welding. I said there's nothing on the spare wheel. The previous Swedish, you know, he's obviously re sort of sprayed, you know, some sort of like grey, some sort of like beige paint on it, you know, to protect it all from salt and all that sort of stuff. I managed to get most of this sort of stuff here off, you know, but it's rust free in there, you know. It's not mint, but it's rust free. Let's say original fuel tank, heater unit, etc. And there we go. But I think she is a beautiful car. Look at that. Lovely. Cool. Thank you. Cheers.